Well, I think I found the trouble.
What was wrong?
The faulty power transistor. I put in the spare unit, and it's functioning perfectly.
We'd still better report it on our next transmission.
Okay, if you think it's necessary.
They can ship up another with the supply rocket.
Yeah, if they don't delay blast off again. It's 3 days overdue already.
They won't. The countdown's well underway.
What's the latest computer readout?
All systems go. Fuel connection sever and vent closure, minus 180.
Good. Looks like we've got ourselves a green bird. How's the astronaut?
Biosensors check positive. He's ready to go, Doctor.
Capsule temperature and pressure normal.
Fueling complete. Vent closure, minus 5. Blast off, minus 120.
Fever charts?
A-OK.
State of rocket?
A-OK.
Rocket gyros?
Fixed on track, A-OK. Blast off, minus 50. Computer gives launch window open. Blast off, minus 30. Ignition system set. Switching to audio countdown. Final 20 seconds.
20, 15,
Fever charts?
Still A-OK.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Release all umbilicals.
Telemetry positive.
Check all primary circuits.
Checking circuits.
She looks good.
Stage 1 malfunction. She's going out of control.
Get that astronaut out of there.
Escape circuit, negative.
What?
It's no good.
Keep trying. Set destruct system.
You can't do that. The astronaut's still aboard.
The rocket's trajectory is taking it towards the residential area. Set for destruct. Destruct.
Sir!
It's one life against hundreds, including women and children. Destroy that rocket. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Well, gentlemen, the second attempt to reach the space station ended in disaster. The men up there now have less than 3 days' air supply left.
Mr. Weston, this is a rescue operation, not an assignment for Joe 90.
What I'm going to tell you now is classified information. That space station is far more important than even OCT suspect. WIN commissioned its construction, and when completed, it will form the hub of our new orbital radar system.
I see.
Okay, Chief, how do we tackle it?
Sam, go to the OCT base and get another rocket ready on the launch pad as fast as possible.
Right.
Professor, take Joe and get the brain pattern of Charles Drayton. He's in Brentwell Hospital.
One of the injured astronauts?
Correct.
It'll be just great, Uncle Sam. I've always dreamt of traveling in space.
This will be more than a joyride, Joe. The lives of 2 men will depend on you.
Right. Rendezvous at the professor's cottage in 12 hours.
How long will it take you to get another rocket ready on the launch pad?
We could do it in 36 hours. But what's the use? Who's going to man it?
World intelligence will supply the astronaut. Just get that rocket ready.
I don't think you realize what you're saying, Mr. Louver. You just can't go and pick up an astronaut. It takes years of training, Mr. Louver. Mr. Louver, come back here.
He seemed in a tearing hurry, Doctor.
All right, Crawford. We're going to try again. Get the pad cleared and start moving in number 3.
Dobson? Weston here. I want a spacesuit made in a hurry.
Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult, sir. We can alter the nearest standard size.
I think you'll find this is a special. Take down these measurements. Chest, 26 inches.
26 inches.
Waist, 22 inches.
22 inches.
Neck, 11 inches.
11 inches.
Hip, 24 inches.
24 inches? No, excuse me, sir. Did you say waist 22? There must be some mistake.
There's no mistake.
But, sir, what's the, astronaut?
Stop arguing, will you? I want this spacesuit. Give it top priority. If you want to know its height, it's 4'4".
Ah, you mean 5'4".
4'4".
4'4".
4'4".
Well, Joe, there's our man. Let's get on with it.
Yes, Dad.
We'll set up the portable transmitter on that table.
The rocket will be on the pad at 1500 hours.
Good. Now I want a round-the-clock check on every circuit, every valve, every pump, every single detail of that rocket. And when it's been checked once, do it again.
Yes, sir.
This time we've got to reach that space station.
How's everything going?
Just routine. Nothing to report. But I feel kind of tired.
Could be the air supply. I'll check it.
All right, Joe. You now have a brain pattern enabling you to pilot and navigate the OC-2-19 supply rocket. How do you feel?
I'm ready to go.
So far, we're right on schedule. Let's get to the base. Blast off, dawn tomorrow.
I don't see the point of all this secrecy, Mr. Weston.
Just play it our way, Doctor. All you have to do is make sure that rocket is ready.
How's the suit, Joe?
Just fine, Uncle Sam.
Good. Well, we're right on schedule. We'll be arriving at the rocket base 90 minutes before blastoff.
I'm all set, Uncle Sam.
Half an hour?
I'm afraid so. We've located a fault in the onboard computer link.
But we can't afford a 30-minute delay.
We'll restart the countdown as soon as possible.
I just hope it doesn't cost 2 lives.
Is that all? Control set?
Yes, just a technical hitch. Nothing serious.
Technical hitch. Well, that's the second postponement. Now, just where does that leave us?
Well, that leaves us to carry on as usual.
Not quite. I checked that air supply. We've got less than 7 hours oxygen left.
How much longer?
We're doing all we can.
Yes, Chief?
The countdown's restarted. Move in.
Right.
There's only an hour to go, Mr. Weston. Where is your man?
Our, man will be arriving any time now.
Right. A security truck has just arrived at the gate.
That's him. Let it pass. I'm going over to the pad. And remember, I want no one within 100 yards of that gantry till after blastoff.
Shall we try and see who it is, sir?
No. WIN must have their reasons for keeping him incognito.
Right, driver. Get over to the control building and stay there.
Well, there goes the lift. Whoever it is, I wish him luck. Check all primary systems.
We just did, sir.
Don't argue, Crawford. Do it.
It's getting pretty tense.
This is the last chance, Mac. Those men in the space station have less than 2 hours oxygen supply left.
Try to hang on.
Rocket gyros.
Positive fix.
Ignition system.
Minus 160.
Vents.
How long to go?
All
Just over
A-OK.
3 minutes.
Pumps.
All A-OK.
Onboard computer.
A-OK. Blast off, minus 120.
Watch those fever charts.
Yes, Doctor. Fueling complete. Closing vents. We have launch window open. All tracker stations positive. Computer reports space station OP positive for rendezvous.
Set ignition system. Switch to audio countdown.
20, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Release all umbilicals.
Good luck, Joe.
It's good. She's gonna make it.
Biko.
Second stage ignition, positive.
So far, so good.
Cabin temperature 50 degrees. Pressure 38.6. All primary circuits positive.
It sounds like a girl.
Get on with the job.
This is base. Reading you loud and clear. We'll give resets for IGS in 3 minutes.
Changing attitude 180 degrees for rendezvous.
Radar fix is good. We'll relay IGS resets direct from tracker station. Check roll, pitch, and yaw. Predict visual contact with space station, 4 minutes.
Roger, base. Have visual contact with space station. Switching to manual control for rendezvous. Space module to OCT station. Open rendezvous adapter and switch on docking lights. Module to OCT station. Come in, please. Come in, OCT. Module to base. I'm going for rendezvous, but OCT station does not answer.
What's happened?
I don't know. The men have probably passed out through lack of oxygen. Call it off.
Yes, sir. Base to module. Abandon rendezvous. Repeat. Abandon rendezvous.
Sorry, base. Continuing with mission. Out.
What are his chances of making it?
One tiny error of judgment and that capsule will be ripped to pieces.
Supply module in position.
Is docked successfully.
Supply module to base. Supply module to base. Mission successful, but have damaged homing aerial during docking maneuver. Repeat, have damaged homing aerial. Switching to standby procedure. Out.
Doesn't that mean...
It means your astronaut will have to navigate re-entry and landing manually.
Retro firing -29. Heat shield in position. Now.
He's 1.5 degrees off. The re-entry angle's still wrong. He must correct it.
He's leaving it too late. He'll burn up. He's corrected the angle. He's doing just fine.
He's gonna make it.
When I woke up this morning, it still seemed like a dream. All I can say is thanks.
No need for that. That's what we're here for, Doctor.
You explained that because of security, I can't meet the astronaut. But everyone on the base reckons it was just about the greatest display of astronautics we've ever seen.
Ready to go, Sam?
Joe! Doctor, this is Professor Mcclaine's son, Joe.
Oh, would Joe like to look around the base? I know most boys are interested in rockets.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. But don't get too technical, Doctor. He's only 9.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is XV-104. Come in, please. Still no answer, sir.
The static is playing havoc with the instrumentation. We could be miles off course. Full procedure.
Sir?
I said full procedure. We can't be far from the eastern sector. It's losing altitude.
Get a cross-fix from Baroda and check flight control.
I already have, sir. It is not one of ours.
Crash positions.
Crew to crash positions.
Automatic mayday.
Automatic mayday set, sir.
Prepare to eject.
Co-pilot to crew. Crash procedure. This is your checklist.
It's going to crash.
Okay. Get them out of here.
Set individual systems go. Eject at will. Now they're all clear.
Okay. Let's go.
Good luck, sir.
And you, Hal. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
The search for the 4 nuclear devices lost in the tragic crash of the B-107 last Tuesday has been successfully concluded. A spokesman announced that the last bomb was located early this morning. The fact that the aircraft crashed inside the Arctic Circle just 3 miles from the eastern sector prevented a major political incident.
That's good news.
The weather will remain bright.
Turn it off, Joe.
today.
Yes, Dad.
Scattered showers are expected
Professor,
to the southeast.
will you and Joe be in for lunch?
Yes, Mrs. Harris. We intend to have a nice, relaxed day.
Could we go fishing this afternoon, Dad?
Yes, that's a good idea, Joe.
That's right, Sam. We'll pick up Joe and the professor at the cottage. It's trouble. Big trouble. It looks like a job for Joe 90.
There they are. Are you ready, Joe?
Yes, Dad.
Come on, then.
You're not all vowed, are you, Professor? I've got your lunch already.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Harris. We'll stop somewhere on the way and get a sandwich.
Sandwiches? Now you make sure you get something hot.
All right, Mrs. Harris. Bye.
Bye, Mrs. Harris.
Goodbye. Always gallivanting off at mealtimes. I don't know what they get up to, I'm sure.
Well, Professor, Joe, here's the mission. Last Tuesday, an Air Force B-107 bomber was forced down inside the Arctic Circle by a freak storm.
Yes, it's been widely reported.
The point is, that bomber was carrying 4 nuclear devices.
They found them all, Uncle Sam. We heard it on the radio.
3 have been located and recovered. The 4th is missing.
I see.
The crash was only a few miles from the eastern sector. That's why Wynn have taken over. I released that false information for security reasons.
Has the ground search been called off?
Yes, we realized there's only one place it can be.
Where's that, Uncle Sam?
On the seabed. It must have gone right through the ice. It's the only explanation.
That bomb must be recovered.
Is there any danger it'll detonate?
That's virtually impossible. But the political implications are enormous.
One man has the knowledge and ability to recover that device. He's carried out an extensive underwater survey of the whole area. Dr. William Kelvin.
One problem. Dr. Kelvin is nearly 70. He's too old. That's why we need Joe.
Yes, gentlemen. I know the area well. You say you're thinking of organizing an underwater Arctic expedition.
Yes, Doctor. We'd be glad of any help you could give us.
I wish I was 20 years younger. I'd come with you. Mind you don't break anything there, Joe. What is that instrument your son is playing with, Professor?
Well, actually, it's a record and transmitting device.
It's going to help us record your brain pattern, Doctor.
Record my brain pattern? Oh, very good. I may be an old man, but I haven't lost my sense of humor. Now, where was I? Of course, I was on the first expedition to sail right under the pole. Only a boy at the time, but I remember everything as clear as if it was yesterday. The submarine was one of the first nuclear-powered ships built. It was a great adventure, and it caught the imagination of the world. Big headlines in all the papers.
How did I do, Uncle Sam?
Just great, Joe.
Well, the doctor's a fine old man. He certainly knows his subject.
Where to now, Mr. Weston?
Back to the cottage, Joe. Get you brained up, and then the real assignment. Find that missing nuclear device.
All right, Mr. Weston. The transfer's complete.
I'm ready, Mr. Weston.
Right. We rendezvous with a Navy icebreaker just inside the Arctic Circle. That will take us to the edge of the pack ice. Well, the B-107 crashed here.
Now, we do know there are strong underwater currents in this area, so the device could have been carried further west to this area.
What's that? It could be our biggest problem. It's Vostula, the Eastern Alliance base and underwater research center.
The mini-sub you'll use, Joe, has a limited range. You'll have to pass close to that base. Let's hope they think we've pulled out and relaxed their radar watch.
I want the radar watch kept at emergency level.
But, sir, the aerial survey confirms all the Western Alliance forces have been pulled back.
That's just it. It all happened so quickly. Too quickly. They could well be planning something.
Our captain here, Mr. Weston.
What is it, Captain?
This is as far as we can take you, sir.
Right. Prepare the mini-sub. And remember, I want everyone away from the area when it's ready.
Okay, Joe, you better get ready. This cabin will be the control room. We'll use transmitters on scramble to maintain contact.
Right, Sam. I'll locate that bomb and bring it back. Joe 90 to base. Joe 90 to base.
Loud and clear, Joe.
I am now under the ice. I'll begin vector search west as soon as I reach the crash.
Understood, Joe 90. Out. Well, he's on his way.
Yes, all we can do now is wait.
Well, only 3 more weeks in this icebox, and we will be relieved.
Yes, it's been a long tour of duty.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you reach the mainland?
I got it all worked out.
Nothing to do?
Yes, Commander.
Then get on with it.
I found a few pieces of wreckage. The current has carried them a long way west.
Listen, Joe, our sonar radar puts you less than 10 miles from Vustula. They could still pick you up on their underwater detection gear.
Let me talk to him. Joe, you'd better turn back. If you get into difficulties, we won't be able to help.
No chance. I know this seabed like the back of my hand, remember? I'm going to find that bomb.
Just what I needed.
And drink it quick in case the commander decides to come back.
He won't. He's probably fast asleep.
Base to Joe 90. Turn back. You're less than 8 miles from Vustula.
Hold on, Sam. I found a lot more wreckage. The device must be around here somewhere.
Well, you know best, Joe, but they must spot you soon.
Joe 90 to base. I've located the device. It's lodged in a crack in the rocks, but it shouldn't be too difficult to pick up.
Oh, great work, Joe, but don't hang around there longer than you have to.
No, you're wrong. They won 3-2.
It was a 2-all draw, I tell you.
Ha! Would you like to bet?
All right, I don't mind taking your money. A day's pay.
You're on. I think.
What is it?
Look! Get the commander down here.
Commander, we have an unidentified sonar tracer.
It's a positive trace, sir.
Range 7.8 miles.
That puts it inside our sector. General alarm.
Yes, Commander.
Send out the U-18s. Tell them to seek and destroy.
This is control to U-18 captains and crews. This is an operational alert.
much tighter than I thought. It may take me a few minutes to free it.
Right, Joe. But work as fast as you can.
Come on, Joe.
What's that? On the screen. There.
2 other tracers, and they're heading right for him.
Base to Joe 90. We picked up 2 underwater vehicles about 4 miles from your position. They're probably enemy killer subs. Get out of there fast.
Not till I get what I came for. Out.
Just over 3 miles, still closing.
Base to U-18s. I want the intruder found and destroyed. Fire missiles on sight.
They're closing fast. Move out, Joe.
Just a few more seconds, Sam. She's coming. She's free. I've got it.
Great work, Joe. Now listen. The enemy are less than a mile from you. Your only chance is to use your knowledge of the underwater terrain to outmaneuver them.
Don't worry, Sam. That's just what I'm going to do.
They're right on top of him.
Joe 90 to control. I'm in an underwater cave, but they know I'm here somewhere, and they're still searching.
Listen, Joe. Your air supply is getting critical. You'll have to make a move soon.
I know the situation, Sam. I'm going to try something. them, Sam.
Yeah, you certainly have, Joe. You can return to base. Well, Joe, mission complete. The atomic device is safe. You did a great job.
Thanks, Uncle Sam.
Mr. Weston, the Vostular base commander is no fool. That message he radioed to the ship sounded as if he means to start trouble.
Yes, he can't prove a thing, but he can put two and two together.
What do you intend to do?
I've invited him aboard.
You've done what, Chief?
Yes, I think we'll just have a little talk and see if we can pick his brains. I think his brain pattern could come in mighty useful one of these days. What do you think, Joe?
I think you're a winner, Mr. Weston.
Joe.
A winner? Oh, that's right. W-I-N, winner. That's very good. That's very good, Joe, yeah.
It's around that door. Right, close in. Seek our return. Cover the back. I have that here. Move on, the men in.
This is Blue Finch. This is Blue Finch. They're closing in. I've hidden
The door. Break it down.
the microfilm. It's near the...
Enough. That will do. Senor Fleming, you have caused us much trouble. But maybe in the end, you will be persuaded to be most helpful.
You'll get nothing from me.
We shall see, senor. Take him away.
Si, Capitaine.
Sit down, Sam.
The first night in about 5 weeks, I decided to get to bed early, and what happens?
Now, sorry, Sam, but something pretty urgent's just come in. Half an hour ago, the WIN satellite picked up an auto distress call from the Santa Marina sector. It looks like they've nabbed Roger Fleming.
Fleming? Why, he was carrying the...
I know only too well what he was carrying. And within 24 hours, so will they. Phone through to the professor. Tell him we're on our way. Joe's got a mission. The brain impulse tape number is G17. You make a good cup of coffee, Professor.
Thank you. Now, perhaps you can tell us what this is all about.
Well, Mac, the brain pattern Joe has just received, G17, is that of WIN agent Mike Laramie. He and Roger Fleming were working the Santa Marina sector together.
Laramie, the inside man. Fleming, the outside contact.
When the opposition put on the pressure, Laramie decided it was time to move. He contacted Fleming and passed on a top-secret microfilm. But they left it a little too late. Laramie was ambushed and left for dead. He's lying in a Panamanian hospital in a deep coma.
Fleming was captured just inside the border.
What about the microfilm?
He managed to get a message through saying he'd hidden it, but before he could tell us where, they got him.
If Fleming is made to talk and they find that microfilm, it'll blow the cover of every WIN agent in the area.
Will they make him talk?
Well, Fleming's been trained to resist interrogation, but they're bound to break him.
If you know where he is, why can't you send in some men and just get him out?
For two reasons. One, the less the world knows about this, the better. And two, the fortress where he's being held is virtually unapproachable. But there is one way to reach it. Mike Laramie knows it, and now so does Joe.
We'd better get moving, Chief. Final briefing en route.
Fleming? Fleming? Don't go to sleep. Fleming, don't go to sleep.
Fleming.
Fleming? We're your friends. Your real friends. We want to help you. But you must help us.
I've got nothing to say. Nothing.
We know Laramie passed a certain microfilm to you. Please, we do not wish to be any more unpleasant. Tell us where it is.
Tell us where it is.
You're wasting your time. I don't.
Tell us where it is.
No, enough. He is unconscious. Let the drugs do their work. When he wakes, we will break him. It will not take long.
And after?
The same as with any agent caught inside our borders. He will be eliminated.
Explosives, stun gun, compass, flares, transceiver. Everything is fine, Mr. Weston.
Whatever else you'll need will be waiting for you at the final pickup point. Now, here's your final briefing. All the arrangements have been made. At 0700 hours, you'll enter Northfield Base. A jet will be waiting. At 0705 hours, you, Sam, and the professor will take off in the hypersonic C-418. You'll be airborne for 5.5 hours. This will give you time to finalize the plan. At 1600 hours local time, you'll touch down at a private landing field 25 miles east of Patagia. A car will meet you at the airstrip. You'll be driven to a helijet pickup point near the Loreno River Basin. And there's where you take over, Joe. Remember, time will be running out. From here on in, the life of Roger Fleming and the security of that microfilm will be in your hands.
There's the river, Sam. It'll be about another 4 minutes to touchdown.
Sure, Joe. So far, so good.
You see that old boathouse on the south bank? Land beside it. Well, there it is. Just where Mike Laramie and Fleming left it.
Will it do the trick, Joe?
Yes, it can go anywhere. And because it's a hovercraft, it'll clear the river mines around the fortress.
Well, Joe, this is as far as we go. You'll be on your own now. We'll come in with a helijet as soon as you give the word.
Right, Sam. I'll be on my way.
Lieutenant, sit down. You begin to annoy me.
Fleming gave me this scar. I've waited a long time to settle with that gringo dog.
That happened months ago. You don't forget easily, huh? The drugs will do their work. When he has told us what we want to know, you can dispose of him.
Why do you try to fight it, Fleming? Your position is hopeless.
Leave me alone.
Your friends in world intelligence have deserted you, Fleming. No one can help you. No one.
Joe 90 to Sam Louver.
Loud and clear, Joe.
I've made camp. Wake me an hour before sunrise, and I'll move on at first light.
Understood, Joe. Out. Sam Louver to Joe 90. Wake up, Joe. Can you hear me, Joe? It's time to get up. Joe? Come in, Joe. Sam Louver to Joe 90. Come in, Joe.
Hello, Sam.
Anything wrong, Joe?
No, it's all right. I've handled it. I'll move on to the fortress. And thanks for the call. It was, right on time.
I think he is coming around. We will go and rest for an hour, and then begin final interrogation.
Yes, sir.
Joe 90 to Sam Louver.
Loud and clear, Joe.
I'm about a mile from the fortress. We'll maintain radio silence till I've got Fleming.
Okay, Joe. Out.
Fleming. Fleming. Fleming.
What? Who is it?
Over here at the window. Fleming.
Who are you?
Joe 90, World Intelligence. I've come to get you out of here. Can you move?
Move? World Intelligence. Is this some sort of trick?
No, I want to help you. Try and stand up.
I don't believe you. Who are you?
Keep your head down. I'm going to blow in this grill.
Sir, can you come down here right away? Someone has broken into the interrogation room.
Who are you? Who sent you here?
In a way, you could say Mike Laramie sent me.
You know Mike Laramie?
Better than anyone.
What's going on here, Lieutenant?
He's a young boy, sir. He must have climbed the wall.
A boy? I don't understand. It is not possible.
I'm from WIN. You've got to believe me.
Leave me alone.
Listen, you owe Mike Laramie $10. He always calls you Digger.
How do you know that?
I know because I am from World Intelligence.
I'll go and put a stop to this, sir.
No! Wait. Turn up the volume.
The last thing Laramie said to you was, "See you, Digger."
Just before they closed in. I'm convinced.
Good. Do you think you can make it to the window?
I'll make it.
They're escaping, sir. Wait!
You'd better tell me where you've hidden that microfilm. In case one of us doesn't get through.
Tell him. Tell him.
It's hidden downriver about 8 miles past the Loreno Bridge in the old mission ruins.
At last. Come on, Lieutenant. To the launch.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Senor Fleming. You have been most cooperative. Guards, there is an intruder in the interrogation room. Kill him.
The room must be bugged. They've heard everything. Get moving. And be careful, it's a long way down. Get moving. I'll hold them off.
One of them must have a gun.
Start the launch. We have more important work.
You all right?
Yes. Get to the hovercraft. It's in that clump of trees. Start her up. We've got to beat them to that microfilm.
On the backwaters, we'll outmaneuver it. But on the open river, that launch can leave us standing.
Then we'll take the backwaters.
I wish Mike Laramie was here. He knows these channels like the back of his hand.
Let's say he's with us, in spirit.
Look, sir. A hovercraft.
They must have escaped. Full speed. I want that microfilm.
They're gaining on us.
Faster, Lieutenant.
was fantastic driving. Mike Laramie couldn't have done better.
Thanks.
How are you, Mike?
Oh, give me a month and I'll be fine. But how are you? They told me you'd been taken.
I was. I spent a most unpleasant 20 hours in the fortress.
The fortress? But no one's ever escaped from there. How'd you do it, Digger?
A Win agent got me out.
One of our men. Hey, what's his name? He deserves a medal.
Well, that's something I can't tell you. You know, Mike, I was so full of drugs, I thought it was a young boy. He called himself Joe 90.
Explosives ready, sir.
Right. Detonate.
Well, that's the last of the explosives, sir.
Yeah. Don't know how they expect us to keep on schedule without explosive. When's the next shipment due?
There's another helijet on its way, sir.
I think you'll find the contents of the envelope satisfactory.
I don't want any more of your money, Corporal. You didn't tell me men would be killed. Isn't there some other way?
No, there is not. If that tunnel is completed, it will take less than an hour to drive from one country to the other.
And of course, that wouldn't suit your government's plans. They'd become economically strong.
That is why we have taken out a little insurance.
Insurance?
Yes. You, my friend, you are in this up to your neck. The army knows how to deal with a traitor and a saboteur.
All right, all right.
Good. The two governments are already stretching their financial resources to the limit. Soon one will be forced to pull out, and the Kachunga Tunnel project will have to be cancelled. Let's drink to it.
Well, Professor, what's the verdict?
There's no reason why two brain patterns should not be given simultaneously, but why try it out on a highly dangerous mission like this?
We gave Joe the brain pattern of an explosives expert, and then immediately afterwards the pattern of a top army driver. Mac, I know you doubted if the second transfer would be successful, but Joe has just proved that it was by handling that truck like an expert.
That tunnel could mean an economic lift for millions of people. If the project isn't going to be canceled, we must get a supply of U-114 through to the tunnel. With Joe's help, we'll ship it overland to Kachunga.
Overland? I thought they were flying it in.
The Army were, but each time they tried, the helijet exploded en route. It looks like sabotage.
How do you feel about the mission, Joe?
I'm ready, Dad.
Great. Well, let's get down to details.
I wish you wouldn't exaggerate, Johnson.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard you in a mess, shouting your mouth off.
Oh, they know me. They like me to exaggerate makes a better story.
Like the 126-pound tuna that turned out to be a half-pound mackerel.
Yes, well, I suppose that was stretching it a bit.
Watch it. Here's the lieutenant.
At ease, men. Are those new transporters ready?
Yes, sir. They're ready to go.
Good. You're scheduled to leave in an hour with 150 liters of U-114 liquid explosive for the Kachunga tunnel. They're flying in a specialist to take charge. He'll be traveling with you in a third truck. You will obey him at all times without question. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Good. And one other thing. Security tell me only you two are allowed to meet him.
Oh, I don't want to drive that stuff. It makes nitroglycerin look like bubble gum.
You'll carry out orders, Johnson.
And why did we drive a mile from the base to meet this Colonel Mcclaine?
You heard what the lieutenant said. Security. No one must see him, except us.
Oh, but why? That's what I don't understand.
Here he comes now. Fasten that jacket and stand up straight. Remember, he's a colonel.
I don't believe it. Must be some kind of joke. He's a boy. A 5-year-old boy.
He's more than 5. I'd say nearer 10.
5, 10, what's the difference?
All right, Johnson. Leave this to me.
At ease, men. I'm Colonel Mcclaine.
Now, listen, son. If this is some sort of prank...
Be quiet, both of you, or you're on a DK4.
How does he know the charge code?
Sergeant, this man is improperly dressed. I ordered combat rig. Why is he wearing shoes?
Oh, Sarge, this has gone far enough.
Put him on a charge.
Now, listen. I think we ought to...
Sergeant, I've studied your record. It's a good one. 13 years service, 2 tours of active duty in the Far East, mentioned in dispatches. You're a good soldier. Don't blot your copybook. Charge him. I said charge him.
Sir. Johnson.
Oh, Sarge, come on.
Trevor Johnson! Go in properly dressed, lad. Put on a charge. And stand up straight.
Thank you, Sergeant. Now we've sorted ourselves out, we'll get on with the mission. Remember, each truck will be carrying 50 litres of one of the most volatile explosives yet invented. Excessive vibration or heat can detonate it. What is the maximum safety temperature, Johnson?
85.
Watch it, lad.
85 degrees. So.
85.4, actually. Carry on, Sergeant.
Sir. All right. Let's be having you. Let's go aboard. Come along there.
Now remember, keep 50 yards between each truck. If there is an accident, we don't want to risk a multiple explosion.
Yes, sir. I told you never to ring me here.
It's important, Corporal.
All right. What is it?
World intelligence have taken over here. They're sending a load of explosive overland to the tunnel.
In trucks?
Yes, in trucks.
You've got to stop them.
Don't worry, Corporal. They've got to cross 200 miles of the worst country in the world. They'll never get to the mountains.
But if they do, you've fixed the containers?
Yes, the U-114 will explode within minutes if they take it above 5,000 feet.
Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Close right up and tell Johnson to do the same. The storm's getting worse. We don't want to lose each other.
Yes, sir. Did you hear that, Johnson? Close up.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant!
What's wrong, Johnson?
I thought it was... I hit a rock.
Take it easy, Johnson. We'll be through the worst of it soon.
What do you make of it, Sarge?
Sergeant to you. Well, we've got top brass around anyway.
Yeah, top brass. He's a kid.
Now listen, Johnson. 13 years has taught me one thing. Do as you're told, quick and smart, and you don't go far wrong. And while I'm around, you'll do the same. Got it?
Yes, Sergeant, but I think we're both crazy.
All right, move them out. When we reach the river, we'll be halfway there.
Yeah. Easy off. I hope he...
You hope he makes it, for all our sakes.
He's stuck.
No. He's gonna do it. Get in that truck. You're next. Jump to it, lad.
Joe 90 to base.
Loud and clear, Colonel.
We're at the Lamodo River, Sam. We'll be on the Kachunga Road by nightfall. Keep up your speed, Johnson. You're falling behind.
Keep up your speed, Johnson. You'll kill us all.
landslide! Great!
Oh, my God.
You all right, Johnson?
Yes, but... Oh, that's it. I've had enough. This is as far as I go.
He's got a point, sir. That road's completely blocked. We'll never clear it.
We'll try another way, Sergeant, as soon as it's light.
The cable's in position.
Come on up.
Steady, lad. Steady.
All right, Johnson, attach the second cable. The sergeant's next.
Right.
Joe 90 to base.
How's it going, Joe?
We're bypassing the landslide. We'll be back on the road in an hour.
Okay, now listen. The lab boys have reported on that last helijet crash. It was sabotage, all right. I'll send you the details as soon as I get them.
Right. Out. How's that cable, Johnson?
It's ready.
All right, Sergeant. Bring her up. And take it easy.
Yes, sir.
The tree, look!
Get out of there, Sergeant!
Sarge, jump!
Get clear! The cable's going!
Sarge! Sarge!
Come on, Johnson. There's nothing we can do here.
What are we going to do?
Carry on with the mission.
What? Well, you can count me out. Hey, you're not going on alone. Hey, come back here. All right, you're on your own, you crazy stupid. Go ahead, kill yourself! Sam Lou to Joe 90. Can you hear me, Joe?
Yes, Sam.
Now listen, Joe, we've made an arrest.
It was Lieutenant Pierce at the base. He sabotaged the helijets.
He told us everything under interrogation. Those U-114 containers have been fixed.
The pressure drop at an altitude over 5,000 feet will detonate them in minutes.
I understand, Sam. Out.
I must be mad.
We've got to get this truck down below 5,000 feet. Hold on. Well, Johnson, there's still time for you to change your mind again.
Well, Colonel, I've come this far. I might as well see it through, sir.
Good man.
Vibration will detonate it.
The pressure will, if we don't get down.
Going, Sheriff. She's going.
Hold on. We're safe now. Well, Johnson, it's straight ahead for Kachunga. This is where I leave you.
Colonel Mcclaine, sir, I don't know what to say.
No need to say anything. You're a good soldier, Johnson. One thing.
Sir?
I wouldn't go telling the mess about all this. They'll never believe you. Carry on.
Yes, sir, Colonel Mcclaine.
Joe 90 to base. Mission accomplished. Out.
Kirsten, let's get down to details. Yes? What is it?
The 3 new patients have arrived, Doctor.
Get someone to show them around the clinic. I'll see them later.
Yes, sir.
Patients.
Well, they do help to maintain our cover, sir.
You're right. I'll see them as soon as we're finished here. All right. Turn out the light. This is the World Intelligence Network's HQ, London. Weston's office, 3rd floor. That's him. Shane Weston. Telescopic lens, 300 feet. Sam Louver. We think he's the contact.
And who's that?
We don't know his connection with WIN, but Louver spends a lot of time at his cottage. His name is Mcclaine.
Just how much do we know, sir?
Very little. That's why I'm assigning you full time to Project 90.
Our reference?
Yes. And theirs. One thing we do know. WIN's code name, File 90. And it's something big. We want to know who or what File 90 contains.
Weston has left the office and the window is open. You can move in.
Stop here.
I want everything tidied up before I leave. Send that cable right away. No, wait. You better try to call Washington again first. And see if you can rustle up a cup of coffee, will you? Yes, sir.
Perfect. They should find it in a day or so. But it may give us a lead. I think we can say Project 90 is off to a good start.
Did he say anything else, Joe?
No, Dad. Just said he knew you and kept asking questions.
Harry Kennett? I'm sure I never met anyone with that name. What sort of questions did he ask you?
Oh, what kind of work you did. Stuff like that.
I see.
He asked me if I knew Sam Louver.
Did he? And what did you say?
I said, course I did. And he went away. Dad, I reckon he was some sort of spy.
A spy? Oh, I doubt it. If you see this Mr. Kennett again, Joe, tell me straight away.
All right, Dad. Can I go out in the garden now?
Yes. Yes, all right.
Weston.
Professor Mcclaine, sir.
Mr. Weston?
Professor, how are you?
I'm fine. I think there's something you ought to know.
Go ahead, Professor.
Well, it's probably nothing, but Joe was telling me about a man who stopped him outside his school. Said his name was Harry Kennett.
Harry Kennett?
Yes. He was asking a lot of questions.
I see. What kind of questions?
Apparently about me and my work. He told Joe he knew me.
But you don't know him?
No, I'm certain of it.
Oh, you were right to tell me, with, you know what at the cottage. We'll check it out.
I'd appreciate it.
Listen, Professor, Sam and I are going to take a short vacation. But we'll call into the cottage tomorrow morning to talk this over.
Right.
See you then.
When did this come through?
About 3:30 this afternoon.
The boy must have told his father about our little chat as soon as he got home. He couldn't be mixed up in this, could he?
He can't be. He's just a child.
Weston and Luva are going to the cottage tomorrow. Right, I want that cottage covered completely. I want to be able to hear every word they say. Use directional microphones all around the outside, limpets on the windows, and the milk. How many pints do they take?
According to Agent 6, 2. Delivered at 7 a.m.
Good. Get a miniature transmitter fitted to a couple of milk bottles and hire a boat. We'll use that as a monitoring point.
We don't want to stay too long at the cottage, Sam. I'd like to make the midday ferry.
A great idea of yours, Chief, to use a caravan.
Yes. Wasn't bad, was it?
Do you think Mac will let Joe come along?
We'll check with him when we get to the cottage.
Switch to 3.
Sam? Mr. Weston?
Oh, hi, Mac.
Come in.
Thank you, Professor.
I hear you're off to the continent.
Yeah. Oh, just for a couple of days.
Bring in 4.
Well, Mac, we've checked on your man outside the school.
But from what we can pick up, he seemed harmless enough. Maybe you did know him once and have forgotten.
It's possible, I suppose. I shouldn't have mentioned it.
No, Professor, you were right. The big rat must remain a secret between the original 4.
Big rat? What does he mean?
Quiet.
Where's Joe?
In the kitchen.
I want to ask him something.
They're moving into the kitchen. Try 6 and 7. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Uncle Sam.
How'd you like to come away for a few days with Mr. Weston and me?
Can I really?
If that
gives you the okay,
I'll take everything we've got back to the clinic tonight for analysis. I think we're on to something.
Come on, Joe, or we'll miss the boat. Miss the boat. The ferry? You get it, Sam?
Yes, Chief, I get it.
Bye, Dad.
I'll take care of him, Mac.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Professor.
Bye, Mac.
Bye, Mr. Weston.
Bye-bye.
Shall I play it back again, sir?
I think 4 times is enough. Those Anglo-Saxon farewells begin to grate. And how that Weston, with his imbecilic puns, ever attained his position in world intelligence is beyond me. However, the reference to the big rat is most interesting.
Have we any idea what they were referring to?
It's obviously the initial letters of something. The computer has come up with a list of possibilities. Bearing in mind Professor Mcclaine's electronic background, I take an educated guess at record and transfer for the second half.
Record and transfer? But record and transfer what?
That is what our next move will tell us.
All right. Go and wake him up.
All right, I'm coming.
He's coming down.
Who is it?
It's an emergency. Open the door. There's been an accident. Over here. That rifle of yours is most versatile, cousin. Does it fire anything else apart from listening devices and hypodermics?
Just ordinary bullets.
Well, I'm sure we won't be needing those.
Oh, where am I?
Our friend is trying to speak. Rather monosyllabic, but no doubt he will tell us more when the effect of the drug wears off.
Like the secret of the big rat.
Yes, like the secret of the big rat.
Oh, this is the life, Joe.
Sure is, Uncle Sam.
Come on, let's give it another try.
Right. I love to go wandering.
Ah, Professor. How do you feel?
Who are you? And what am I doing here?
My name is Conrad Dorota. And for the present, you are a guest at my clinic.
A guest? I was brought here by force.
My dear Professor.
We want information, and we will get it one way or another.
My associate is so crude. Let me clarify the position. You were brought here as a patient. That is why your unusual attire was accepted by customs.
Where's here?
Dr. Dorota's clinic in the Alps, 6,000 feet above sea level.
Very invigorating. There is only one way up and one way down. By cable car.
And we control that.
You are our patient, as long as we choose.
The detector. A plane of some kind.
Don't panic. It's only the mountain and rescue unit from the valley.
Interesting detection gear. It's not radar.
No. The interference from the mountains would be too great. It uses engine noise, amplified thousands of times. We can detect any aircraft approaching within 25 miles.
Let's get on with it.
My friend has a point. The information we require concerns the big rat.
The big rat?
Yes, Professor, don't tell us you've never heard of it.
Oh, you mean the big rat. Brain, impulse, galvanoscope, record and transfer.
A couple of more miles should do us, Sam. What do you think, Joe?
That should just about be the right spot, Mr. Weston. If the wind's in the right direction.
And that's about all there is to tell you about Big Rat.
You take brain patterns and transfer them to your 9-year-old son, who then carries out dangerous assignments for WIN? Are you trying to insult our intelligence?
Professor, we know Weston has a top secret file. File 90.
Oh, yes, the origin of Joe's code name. Joe 90.
We have documents, photographs, tapes. You'll be surprised to hear the cottage and Weston's office were bugged. We heard every word you said.
Yes, of course. You used miniature listening devices. Let me see. J152s on the windows, dart types in Weston's office and over the cottage door, wasn't it? And, oh yes, a rather inferior limpet 101 on the milk bottle. Oh, don't take it like that. The 101s weren't all that inferior.
I don't understand. He seems to know everything.
Leave this to me. You have attempted a very clever bluff, Professor. But you forget one thing. There is no possible escape from this clinic. You are our prisoner.
On the contrary, Doctor. At this very moment, my son Joe will no doubt be on his way to rescue me.
Here he comes.
There's nothing. No plane, no helijet.
Did you check the cable car?
Of course. It's at the top and the winch is locked off. No one can use it.
Professor, you have been very foolish. Why not tell us the truth?
I have, Doctor. You'll see. My son Joe will be here in about 8 minutes.
Look at him. He knows help is on its way. He must do.
Get hold of yourself, Curson. Don't you see what he's trying to do? All right, Professor. You are going to talk.
The Mac boys were right about the wind direction, Sam. It's taking me right to the clinic.
Fine, Joe. We'll arrange the reception committee for our two friends. Out.
Curson found this toy and installed it here. I don't want to use painful methods, Professor, but unless you change your ridiculous story and tell us about the big rat, I will have no alternative.
Right. I used the big rat to give my son Joe brain pattern.
Let me have him for 5 minutes, Doctor.
Yes, Curson, he's beginning to annoy me too. Maybe your particular brand of physical violence would be the answer. Start the drill.
Right.
All right, Professor. This is your last chance.
I have nothing more to say.
Tell us about the big rat.
Hold it right there. I'm coming in.
It's a boy.
Let's get to the cable car.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
I'm afraid they're getting away. As planned.
Yes, Joe. Just like we planned.
Rhoda. You are under arrest.
I don't understand, Mr.
Weston, World Intelligence.
Mr. Weston, what is the charge?
Let's start with kidnapping.
Kidnapping? I presume you have evidence of some kind?
We've got enough. WIN always have, ways and means. Rather better than your own. A miniature device was slipped in Curzon's passport as he passed through customs last night.
You stupid fool.
This is a section I particularly appreciate.
I think 4 times is enough. Those Anglo-Saxon farewells begin to grate. And how that Weston with his imbecilic puns ever attained his position in world intelligence is beyond me.
Take them away, Sam. Bunch of amateurs. Bye, you two. See you in about 30 years. Are you sure this thing's safe?
Of course it is, Mr. Weston.
I think we're going up a bit fast here, Joe. Joe! Where are your glasses?
I left them on the ground.
You did what?
Calm down, Mr. Weston. One of my many accomplishments is that I'm an expert balloonist. Joe used my brain pattern, remember?
We're a little high, Professor. I mean, you do know what you're doing. I mean, it's a long way down. It's a long way down. How do you get out of this thing? How do you put it in reverse? You sure it is? You broke the thing?
right, Joe. The transfer's complete.
Do you think it'll work, Dad?
It's hard to say, Joe. But we'll know the answer by the morning. Well, let's get up to bed.
Okay, Dad.
And Joe, don't forget these.
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo.
Must win the race.
Must win the race.
The road's like glass.
The road's like glass.
Look out!
Look out!
So you see, Weston, I reckon World Intelligence London is obsolete.
Obsolete?
I know you've done some good work, and I'm sure you and some of your men can be absorbed.
Absorbed?
The Army can handle it. Military intelligence is second to none. More efficient.
More efficient?
Weston, you've got a bad habit there, repeating everything I say. It's the sign of a sloppy mind.
Sloppy mind?
There you go again.
Now, you look here, General. You walk into my office and put forward the idea that the Army are going to take over...
Weston, I'm just stating the obvious. This tin pot outfit can't match the manpower and resources of the Army.
The Army absorbs this department over my dead body.
That's strong talk, Weston.
I'm ready to back it up with action.
That's what I figured. I've never backed down from a fight.
Neither have I.
All right, Mr. Weston. I think I know a way we can settle our little difference, if you agree.
Try me.
Good. Here's what we do.
And you agreed, Chief?
Yes, I agreed. That General Tempest needs taking down a peg or two.
But you don't seriously think the Army could take over WIN London?
No, but the General does have a lot of influential friends. He could make trouble.
And if we win, the General will forget this takeover idea?
If we win? Where's your confidence, Sam? When we win?
I'm told you're the best driver in this man's army. So you, Private Clooney, are our trump card.
Yes, General, sir. That's what I am, if you say so.
Now, Clooney, for the purposes of this exercise, I'm promoting you to Major. What do you say?
But, sir, you...
Be quiet, Lieutenant. Clooney?
Major? Well, General, I just don't know what to say.
Well, there's no need to say anything. Major, you better go and get the U-87 ready.
Yes, sir.
Dismiss, Major.
You really want to win, don't you, General?
Want to? We're going to, Lieutenant.
Let me get this straight. We, that is, World Intelligence, have got ourselves into a race with the Army?
That's it. London to Monte Carlo.
Sounds like an extended paper chase to me.
It'll be a test of initiative, Professor, as well as speed and endurance.
It could be great fun, Mr. Weston.
Fun, Joe. We should never have allowed ourselves to be talked into this.
Sam, how can we lose with a team like ours?
Well, just exactly who is going to make up our team?
Why, you and I, Professor. And our trump card, last year's winner of the Monte Carlo Rally, Joe 90. Get it?
Will Weston keep his side of the bargain, General?
Yes. If he loses, he'll sign a recommendation that military intelligence take over WIN London.
Have we any idea what type of vehicle they'll be using?
I don't know, but you can bet it'll be no match for ours. Hey, Major Clooney.
If you say so, sir.
Monte Carlo, here we come. I'm really quite excited about it all.
So am I, Dad.
I wish Sam could show a bit more interest.
Where is Sam?
He's meeting us at the starting point.
Well, what do you make of all this, Colonel?
When General Tempest is around, nothing surprises me.
I know what you mean. Well, I think we've worked out a route that'll be a fair test for both men and vehicles.
Yes, and talking of contestants, here comes the General now. Well, looks as though we're first here. Good morning, sir. This is Sam Louver, World Intelligence. Louver, your boss hasn't thrown in the towel already, has he?
I shouldn't think so, General.
And where is he?
I believe you'll find this is him now, sir.
Well, I'll be...
Hello, General.
Hey, Weston. What's that you've got there?
May I introduce my team? Professor Mcclaine and his son, Joe.
You've got to be joking. You call that boy a genuine member of World Intelligence and...
He is. He's Wynn's most special agent. Where's your team?
Right there. Lieutenant Burns and Clooney. Major Clooney.
If he's a major, why is he wearing a private uniform?
I promoted him this morning.
Okay, General. If that's the way you want it.
That's the way I want it. No holes barred.
Gentlemen, please. The navigators have been given sealed envelopes. Your route and the information you must stop and find on the way is in them. Stick to the rules of this contest, and the first team in Monte Carlo with the correct answers to the questions wins. Are you ready, captains?
Ready.
All set.
All right. Get to your vehicles.
A helijet will pick us up in 30 minutes. Take us to Monte Carlo to see the finish.
Fine. Well, I'll get them started.
Well, this is it.
Stand by, Clooney.
Yeehaw! Being a major sure beats guard duty, sir.
Just concentrate on your driving, Clooney.
Get over. Let me pass. Road hog.
Take it easy, Professor. There's a long way to go. And we've still got our trump card, eh, Joe?
Yes, Mr. Weston.
Is this the bridge, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir. We have to find the year it was built. The date'll probably be carved in the stonework somewhere.
Okay, Clooney. Get moving.
Sir?
Go and find the date on that bridge. Well, even you should be able to manage that.
Yes, General, sir.
We seem to have lost the opposition, sir.
Yeah. They may have taken the wrong road back there where I had the signpost switched. No holds barred. Remember?
I think we've taken the wrong road, Joe.
Yes. I've checked the map, and there's only one explanation. The road sign must have been switched round.
That two-timing, General? We'll lose too many miles if we have to go back.
There's no need. We can turn off along here and pick up the coast road.
What about the first question? The age of the bridge?
That's the Alchester Bridge, built 1890. It's a well-known rally point.
That's my boy. Joe, when we gave you the brain pattern of a Monte Carlo winner, we just made sure we'd win.
Well?
1890. Would you believe it?
What kept you?
I got to talking to this guy, a fisherman. He told me the date and all about the bridge. Very interesting.
Clooney, this is supposed to be a race, not a social outing. Get in and drive.
They must have driven straight off the edge of the cliff.
Why, that Weston son of a gun. That heap of iron must be able to fly.
What are we gonna do, sir?
Well, as I told the opposition, no holds barred. Get to the airport. Monte Carlo, here we come.
Well, we seem to have got a good lead. We'll take a 10-minute break and change drivers.
I checked on the time of today's high tide at Calais as we came through. We'll find the answer to the next question at the old ruin abbey at Fonte.
Where in tarnation did they come from?
Were they surprised to see us? Did you see their faces?
That twisting, scheming...
Steady, Mr. Weston. No holds barred, remember?
Keep your foot down, Clooney. They've started after us. That's right. The high tide at Calais. 0508 hours. Thank you.
In that cheating, General? Calling up the Army weather station?
Son, you're a major now. How do you ever expect to make General thinking things like that?
I see that, sir. I think. Do you suppose I ever will make General? General?
Clooney, when we win this race, you'll stay major for about 2 minutes. That's a promise.
Why, thank you, sir.
Is this where we turn off, Joe?
Yes, a shortcut right to the abbey. According to my calculations, we should save about 10 kilometers.
They must be miles back down the road. There was no sign of them from the top of that ridge.
Good. Okay, let's go find the clue.
All right, Clooney, move.
Kinda spooky in here, General.
All right, Clooney. The clue's supposed to be in a niche below the cross of St. David.
How about there?
Could be right, Clooney. Check inside.
You mean put my head in?
Here, stand aside.
What have you found, sir? Is that the clue?
Yes, Clooney. Well, that didn't take me too long to find.
What does it say, General?
It says you're an imbecile, Clooney.
Yes, sir.
We'll be in the mountains soon, and on the other side, Monte Carlo.
great. With you driving now, Joe 90, we're gonna make it.
Are you insinuating?
No. Have a cigar, Professor.
We wasted an hour at those ruins. Just wait till I see Weston putting the clue halfway up a 20-foot wall.
He must have a good lead, sir.
I think they may find they get delayed.
I'm sorry, we have our orders. They wouldn't come from a General Tempest, by any chance?
I'm sorry, that is classified information. As soon as we are satisfied you are not carrying explosives, you can continue.
That two-timing, twisting, scheming, cheating four-star...
Talking of the General, here he comes now.
Just wait for that greasy smile.
Weston, what seems to be the trouble here?
As if you didn't know. Call your goons off, Tempest.
I don't quite follow you, sir.
The roadblock, supposedly looking for explosives.
Oh, there must be some mistake. Lieutenant?
Oui, General.
I can vouch for my friends here. Remove the roadblock.
Oui, General.
Well, it seems it's going to be a closer finish than I anticipated.
We can still beat you if you play it straight.
Why not? I have the U-87, the fastest vehicle in the Army. Specially designed for mountain roads. And Major Clooney handles it like a charm.
Right. It's 50 miles to Monte Carlo. Let's make it a straight race.
Son of a gun. You're on. You ready, Clooney?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to go.
Okay, Joe. Remember, you have the knowledge and experience of a top rally driver.
The U-87's faster, but I'm betting we've got the better driver.
It's up to you, Joe.
I'm ready.
Come on, Major. I can see those 4 stars on your shoulder right now.
Yes, sir. Yee-haw!
Come on, Joe. Don't let him get away from you.
If I can slipstream him all the way, we've got a chance.
Keep it up, Joe.
Come on, Joe 90!
Oh, watch the drop, Clooney. It's a long way down.
You're doing great, Joe!
Faster, Clooney, faster!
There's a long bend just ahead. I'm going to try and take them there. Hold on. I'm going to take a round on the throttle.
That was the greatest piece of driving I've ever seen.
We've made it, Joe. We're gonna win.
make it world intelligence to the winners by about 8 feet.
Well, Weston, you beat us fair and square. I'll have to admit it.
Nice of you to take it like that, General. Thanks, Joe. You were just great.
Can I have some more ice cream, please, Mr. Weston?
Of course you can. Garçon?
I've been thinking, General.
All right, Clooney. Hit me.
Monte Carlo's a great place. And I understand the Mediterranean Command will soon be needing a new CNC. General Carter is retiring.
And Mediterranean HQ is in Monte Carlo. Clooney, you're not quite so dumb as you make out.
Why, General, us mountain boys was always noted for our intelligence. How's the ice cream, Joe?
Fine, Major Clooney. Just fine. And then everyone started to laugh.
Yes? What happened then?
We just laughed and laughed, Dad.
Yes, the tears were running down your cheeks, weren't they?
That's right, Dad.
Joe, you know what this means?
Not exactly.
Well, last night, when I gave you my brain pattern, we both had a dream. And the dream you had was exactly the same in every detail as mine.
Yes, Dad.
It means that the big rat can not only transfer the knowledge and experience of one brain to another, but also the patterns of the subconscious. Joe, we've made a very exciting discovery.